When the Train Pulled Away. Probably one of the most famous meet cute movies of all time was When Harry Met Sally, released in 1989. That film, though, has nothing on When Harry Met Rosie, which took place in the late 1920s. The first one was a construct of a wonderful writer. The second one was the construct of love and the power that can draw two people together. No screenplay treatment required.
The bite of the February wind had Harry jiggling from one foot to the other. His toes tingled with an itch of pain that no amount of stomping could calm the numbness permeating through the thin soles of his shoes. Pulling the wool scarf further towards his mouth, he stepped forward to the edge of the subway platform, glancing left, praying for the sight of the double headlights cutting through the darkness of early dawn. Prayers were answered as gusts of soot and small debris, clinging to a whirlwind of air bearing newspaper sheets, announced the approach of the train. The ear-splitting screeching of brakes brought the train to a halt as a flock of commuters in a desperate scramble for a coveted seat pushed and shoved through the still opening door of the subway cars. Harry lucked out and dove into a vacant spot on the woven straw seat, relieved to feel the steam heat radiating from the vent behind his knees. Harry was a quiet and shy gentleman, a cold and shivering gentleman, but he was raised right. He quickly stood, offering his seat to the woman trying to gain her balance as she grasped the overhead leather strap. Swaddled in an ankle-length cloth coat, her woolen hat fitted snugly down to her ears, and her red silk scarf falling on her shoulders, she nodded her thanks, addling past Harry and taking the seat. Wowsy, Harry thought as he glanced down at her. Her eyes, her mouth, forming a wide smile, sent a sudden thrill, creating a new source of warmth, dissipating the chill that still wafted through the subway car. Harry wanted to say something to her, but his tongue felt as if it was glued to his palate. If she could hear his heartbeat, the words wouldn't be necessary. His only option, considering his lack of articulation, was to smile down at her and admire the view. All too soon, Harry regretted the train slowed as it lurched and stopped onto the Times Square subway stop. His opportunity was gone as he exited the train, admonishing himself for being such a speechless whoosh. Climbing the staircase leading out of the station and onto the crowded sidewalk, Harry began his 8-block trek toward the job he hated, loading and unloading, stacking boxes, and the monotony of inventory was the price he paid for the salary he received to help support his parents and 4 siblings during these times of breadlines and rampant unemployment. Someday, he mused, he would have his own business. Each morning, Harry timed his wait on the subway platform in hopes of seeing her again. The moments when he spotted her in the crowd, he would run breathlessly along the platform until he could secure a strategic position for the run for a seat. Like a seasoned football player, his head tucked, chin close to his chest, and body propelling forward, he rushed toward the goal post. Touchdown! A seat secured to gentlemanly offer to the pretty lady with the red silk scarf pooling on her shoulders. She would take the seat and nod her thanks. An April breeze hinted at the promise of warmer and more playful days to come. The cold bite of winter would soon become a faded memory as the subway commuters seemed to cozy down, imagining a gentle spring ahead. Harry, however, was anxious. He perused the crowd, unable to single her out. Was it possible that he couldn't recognize her after shedding her coat, her hat, and red silk scarf in a bag of mothballs? Was she chubby? Was she model thin? Was her skin pale or rosy? Heck, it didn't matter to Harry. He was already in love with her. There, running up the steps, just as the train was pulling to a stop, she darted towards the closing doors of the first car. Harry sprinted across the platform to catch up with her. "Oh," she cried out as Harry saw her horrified expression as she fell backward on the cement platform. He ran to her, lifting her up and wiping the dirt from her dress. Her knee was bleeding. She was shaking and crying, but Harry could see no further damage. My purse! It fell into the tracks. Oh my God, my $2, my tuna sandwich, my new lipstick, my house keys. She sobbed even harder. Hey, it's okay, I got this. Before she could catch her breath and gasp, what? Harry had lowered himself into the gully of the track bed. Her hand went up to her mouth in astonishment. She gasped, her eyes opening wide, as she saw him raise his right arm, his fist grasped around the strap of her purse with a look of pure triumph in his grin. You must be crazy. Here, grab my hand and let's get you back up here. You must really be Michigana. What if another train came barreling down the track? What if you go too close to the third rail? She lectured. Harry scooted back up to the platform and handed her the purse. Hi, he stuttered. I hear you, and you're right that I am a little Michigana, but I'm so happy I was here at the right time to help you out. Holding out his hand, he took her hand and shook it, introducing himself. My name is Harry, and I am so glad to meet you. Well, hello to you, Harry. My name is Rose, and I'm happy to meet you too. Still holding her hand in his, he just knew that this was going to be his girl. And so, as they love to tell me, their little caboose, that was the story of how they met.